Pupco Studios in Oklahoma City. This is an OU update. I'm Jenny Carlson. The Sooners are rapidly pointing towards Big 12 play, but Monday night they play a Weber State team in Norman with some Norman ties. And Ryan Aber joins us on the phone to talk a little about that. Ryan, a guy that maybe people are becoming a little more familiar with. Kellen McCoy, a coach now at Mount St. Mary's, but he has not only Oklahoma ties, but some Weber State ties. How did he play into this matchup between these two?
Well, yeah, Kellen McCoy was a Norman grad, wound up at Weber State coming out of Northern Oklahoma College, was a GA under Lon Kruger a couple years ago, and then got an assistant's job back at Weber State. And he's the one who sort of set this whole thing in motion when they're the guy who handles their scheduling said, "Hey, you think OU would be interested?" He said, "Yeah, here, give Mike Shepard a call." And here we are a couple years later when he's back in Oklahoma City as the coach at Mount St. Mary. Those teams set to face off at Lloyd Noble Center. I
guess maybe at the time when this whole thing was set up, McCoy maybe thought, maybe I'll be on the Weber State sidelines or the Oklahoma sidelines. I don't know. Maybe he thought he was going to be there, but in some sort of coaching capacity.
Yeah, he definitely, I think, thought that he would be still an assistant at Weber State, probably would still be there if it wasn't for some family issues that brought him back. His young daughter lives in Oklahoma City. His parents live in Norman, so he wanted to be closer to both of those groups of people. And just happened to find out about the Mount St. Mary job, didn't know anything about the school, and then called and wound up talking to the principal for over an hour, and that eventually led to about a week and a half later him accepting that job.
So the Sooners playing Weber State on Monday night, then a bit of a holiday break for the team, but then Big 12 play practically here. Ryan, set us up as Big 12 play looms.
Yeah, they play Weber State on Monday night, and then don't play again until New Year's Eve, December 31st, when they face George Mason in Norman at 4 o'clock, and that's their last non-conference game. This is a team that had really high expectations, really high hopes going into non-conference play. They've had some good wins, but hadn't had that signature win. But certainly they'll get a chance quickly in Big 12 play. They host Baylor and then immediately go on the road to a very good Texas team on January 5th, early in the conference schedule.
Sounds like the Big 12, the way it's setting up, there could be chances for signature wins all over the schedule. Lots of Big 12 teams looking pretty good in the preseason.
Yeah, it's just been a fantastic non-conference run for the Big 12. They had a stretch of, I think it was about 2.5 weeks where they didn't lose a game, period. Obviously, Kansas is really good. They've been really good for a long, long time. But then when you just talk about depth, I mean, Texas has been fantastic in non-conference. Kansas State's pretty good. They've had some slip-ups, but I think they're going to be all right. And then the surprise of the conference, TCU, having a fantastic non-conference stretch. We thought that they would be a whole lot better this year because of a lot of the injuries that they went through. And Trent Johnson is a fantastic coach, I think. But to see them do what they've been doing so far has been a little bit of an eye-opener.
All right, lots to watch as this Big 12 season gets cranking here in about a week and a half. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.